Before I start, I want to give a shout out to everyone who's been subscribing, sharing, commenting, and liking the videos. Thank you all so much. I'll try and keep this video as short as possible and only provide the necessary information you need. The XP farm is fairly straightforward. Public executions and bounty stacking. For those who are new to the game, completing public executions where both allies are alive at the end will reward you a bounty. If one ally dies, you'll still receive XP, but no bounty. Depending on the difficulty you're doing determines the XP you'll receive. For this farm, if possible, I'd recommend grouping up with some friends. The more friends you have, the more ads you'll have, which will turn into more XP overall. If you mostly play the game solo, no problem, you'll still get a ton of XP. Constitution Hall is my go-to for all of this, but towards the end of the video, I'll show you how you can do just about any bounty over and over again without much running, also a few alternatives to farm. The reason why I prefer Constitution Hall is that the bounty you activate is just outside the safe house. Less running, activate the bounty and go. You'll run into an issue where you activate a bounty in Constitution Hall and it's not near the safe house. Easy fix. Cancel the bounty and activate it again. There's 4 spots it can spawn, but generally it will give you the spot just outside the safe house. These 2 spots outside of Constitution Hall have a high chance to drop a bounty in Constitution Hall. Your main goal is to get as many bounties in that area as possible. By the time you've cleared all the bounties in this route, your new public executions in Constitution Hall should be available. Simply repeat the process. If you're fast and don't see them yet, go do other executions. Any missions you can fast travel to with public executions nearby, go do them. It's free XP. This is the exact route I like to take. I'll jump into Constitution Hall and clear all the public executions there. I'll move to East Mall. There's one that spawns right next to the DZ East entrance and one just north of the settlement. After that, I'll check Southwest. Right near the Air and Space Museum, you'll sometimes see up to 4 bounties in a row. Fast travel to the mission, clear them. Keep in mind some of them are pretty close to each other, so Crossfire will activate the other one nearby. After that, West Potomac Park has a ton you can spawn. These are less likely to be in the Constitution Hall, but worth clearing just for the XP you can get in a short amount of time. As I've mentioned before, I always play on Heroic with at least 4 directives. I understand that newer players might struggle with clearing Heroic. If challenging with directives is easier for you, then by all means do your thing. I won't bother telling you how quickly these can be farmed because everyone has a different playstyle and difficulty to play at. If you're playing solo, you can do up to 10 bounties before picking up any loot, as the drop rates are lower than playing in a group. If you're playing with 3 other people, I'd pick up loot every 5th bounty as you'll get more drops, and if you let it pile up too much, some loot might start to disappear. The mission here is to clear the bounty as quickly as you can, fast travel back to the safe house, and put up another bounty. I like to do about 9 bounties, and on the 10th one, I'll pick up the stuff that I need, deconstruct the rest, or you can go donate it for expertise bumps. Here's your XP breakdown with Heroic on 4 directives. 1 public execution will give you 460,648 XP. 1 Heroic bounty will give you 586,800 XP. If you get burned out of running public executions and bounties, there's still a few ways that you can get XP. Control points will give you 722,520 XP. You can also run Lincoln Memorial, which will give you 733,500 XP. This mission with a solid build can be cleared in about 5 to 7 minutes. If you're trying to farm a specific bounty location for targeted loot, here's how you can minimize running back and forth to the bounty. Each bounty you put up will have a general battle line around it. It's where the ads spawn. Take this bounty in Southwest for example. It's a long run just to get there, and fast traveling back to a safe house just to reactivate a new one can be painful. After you finish this bounty, just go outside the general area and reactivate a new bounty. That's it for this video. Hope it helped anyone looking for a solid XP farm. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or come by the stream and join me in some farms.